the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has just issued a statement on the back of the statement that the Ghana Armed Forces had issued yesterday. And it is headed, Government of Ghana formally lodges protest to UN Secretary General following condemnable attack on Ghanaian UNIFIL soldiers and demands full, immediate, impartial, and transparent investigations. This is a statement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and I'll just read just a portion of it to you. It says that the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, has, on behalf of the Government of Ghana, formally lodged a protest with the United Nations following the attack on the Ghanaian battalion serving with the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon, in southern Lebanon, on 6th of March, which left 2 Ghanaian soldiers seriously injured. In the March 6, 2026 protest addressed to the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, the government of Ghana has called for a full, immediate, impartial, and transparent investigation into the circumstances surrounding the attack on personnel deployed in the service of international peace and security. Ghana strongly condemns this attack and has further demanded that those responsible be identified and held accountable, as the attack constitutes a grave violation of international law, amounts to war crime, and affronts the protection afforded to United Nations peacekeeping personnel. The government of Ghana has further urged the United Nations to take all necessary measures, as well as all personnel serving under the mission who, at great personal risk, make daily sacrifices in the service of humanity. The government of Ghana assures our gallant soldiers that no effort shall be spared in pursuing justice and guaranteeing enhanced protection. Our thoughts and prayers are with the injured and their loved ones. It has a few other paragraphs.
Like I'm saying, I mean, it shows you how seriously we are taking this matter. It's not one we will take lying down. It is a condemnable action, totally unacceptable. It violates all norms of reason and international law. No country is allowed to behave with such impunity and set about attacking non-combatants, people who have not shown any aggression, who are in fact there to keep the peace. And they've done this for decades. And it is very well known. It is an internationally recognized activity that they are engaging in. The activities do not pose any threats whatsoever to anybody within the region to warrant such an attack. And therefore, as the country whose troops have been at the receiving end of this attack, we need to take it very seriously. That's why we've lodged this formal complaint. We expect that the United Nations will take it seriously and carry out thorough investigations to ascertain the causes of this and demand consequential action from whoever is responsible for this sort of attack.
Iran promised to retaliate in a way that hits the U.S. at the heart.
Yeah, but again, in what way are the Ghanaian troops supporting the U.S. action or the Israeli action? So really, that any argument of the sort,
they hit a UN installation to get attention.
Well, again, these are not verified reports. These are not verified reports. That is why an investigation is necessary. First of all, to determine who has actually carried out this attack and what sanctions should be applied to the person. But I think that for some time now, we have known that the rules-based international order has essentially collapsed. Those who have the might do as they please without recourse to its impact on the international community, the global community. Those who do not have the power or means to mount such a challenge are left helpless in the ensuing melee. One can only hope that reason will prevail, order will prevail. I do not see how any side wins or emerges victorious from this conflict. It will only lead to escalation of the crisis. Whatever it is, I think that dialogue is the way to go, especially when in the period preceding this conflict, there were credible reports of mediation going on, especially surrounding the subject of nuclear, some work being done on the acquisition of a nuclear weapon by Iran. The talks were said to be going well. So it is surprising that...
In fact, in this case with Lebanon, it is rather Israel.
Exactly, it is Israel but again, we need to conduct investigations to be absolutely certain about the source of this attack and know what needs to be done to hold Israel accountable, if indeed they are the ones behind this sort of crime. But I was making the point that the war itself is regrettable, especially because in the immediate period preceding it, there were credible reports of some gains being made in negotiations to ensure that nuclear proliferation was brought under control. That really is the essence of this battle. It is said to be a preemptive strike aimed at stopping Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons, which then begs the question as to why some countries think that they should have nuclear weapons, but others should not. I have never understood it, will never understand it. But again, as I said, those who are mighty tend to hold sway, do as they please, and say that others who do not have similar might should not do A, B, C. Right. But we hope that this conflict is wrapped up quickly so that normalcy returns.
Yes, we'll bring Ghana in the center.